Hello, I'm Mr. Polk, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we want to make the Eggs Benedict. So that consists of the hollandaise, which we made in an earlier video. It consists of the English muffin with the Canadian bacon and then a poached egg. And the Canadian bacon, everybody's like, oh, it's not bacon. All right, what it is it's more expensive because the bacon we're used to is made from the belly of the pig, as we'll learn in our next couple units. This is made from the loin. It's cured the same way, but it's made from the loin of the pig. And all you need to do is use a skillet here, a little saute pan, and just kind of saute it on both sides to give it some color. You don't want to dry it out or anything. This looks really nice. And then you make your poached egg. And you want to have everything ready so that you can just kind of go for service here. It's important that when you make a poached egg, you follow a couple rules. I have a sautoir here that has it's a 3-quart sautoir with about 2 quarts of water. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an acid. Now, it's about a tablespoon of lemon juice. I mean, it's always, kind of a thing where do you put acid in the water, do you not? If the water is acidic, it's going to help the egg coagulate. Okay, but if it's too acidic, it coagulates too much and it gets tough. We're also going to put a pinch of salt in the water. And then what's important is we're going to bring it up to about, and I know you probably normally don't put a thermometer on your water, but I want to make sure that you practice and I show you that the water is about 170 degrees. All right, it's below simmering, so you really just see a little bit of simmer here and there. If the water is rapidly boiling, that's too hot to poach your egg. Okay, and the other thing with the acid is some people put vinegar in, which you can, if that's all you have, put it in. But the hollandaise had lemon juice, so it has a lemon flavor, the tang. So you might, and sometimes you do get a little aftertaste if they use too much vinegar. So if you use the lemon juice, you're really not going to get that after flavor because it's part of the process. So at this point, I'm at about 170 degrees. And what I do is I take my eggs and I crack them. I like to crack them into a little sieve. And everybody thinks all the white runs out. All that really runs out is the thin white. If you look in here, this is the thin albumin. This is the stuff that kind of gets all funky in the pan. The thick albumin stays in the sieve. Okay, the thin stuff runs out, the thick stays. And some people just put them in custard cups and go with it, and that's fine. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to gently lower it into the water and just sort of curl it over on itself. Okay? And then you're going to do that for the next one. Okay, I'm going to just put it in there, curl it over. Alright, get all the white with it, there we go. And then if you have to, like that one kind of separated on me, so I'm just sort of going to bring it together. And it'll come out. And then this one here turned out really nice. What's happening is you can see that it's starting to come together. You can gently turn it over if you need to because you don't want it sticking to the pan or anything. That looks great. This one's starting to come together. It's separated on me. And that sometimes happens. I can make another one right away. As we see that first one go, I can throw the third one in. Okay, and again we just put that in. And you can do, there we go. You can do multiple ones at multiple times. It's just you got to remember which one you're doing. Now, we're going to cook for a few minutes. What you want to do is you want to make sure that they're kind of staying in their shape, which this guy is over there. And this one I can kind of curl him over. Even our first one is starting to come together now. And then you can start to look at it. Right now it's got a gorgeous look, but you can tell that the white isn't totally set. So we want to just keep cooking it. Okay, so we keep cooking that one. This one, I'm not even going to worry about this guy. Like I said, sometimes they just separate when they go in. I'll just put him over there. This one looks really nice. And then this one over here is starting to really come together. You can put a couple in the pan, but you do want to be cautious with it because you don't want to overcrowd it. Okay, so this one's looking really good. I'm keeping an eye on my water temperature. It's about 170. You can see a couple little boils here and there. I might have to turn it down a touch, but let's just keep checking our poached egg here. And what you're looking for is that beautiful shape, and you're looking for it to start to feel set on the whites. You can see when I kind of poke at it, the edge is nice and set, but the next part's not quite there. So I'm going to just pop that back in, and then we take a look at this guy. That's looking great too. So we're just going to put him back. And then, in the meantime, where they're almost ready, you can prepare your plate. So you're going to toast your English muffin, whether you toast it in the toaster or in the broiler. And English muffins are neat if you're ever looking for a challenge to bake. They're unique because you make the yeast dough, like we learned in the pizza unit, but you actually saute them first before they go in the oven. And that's what gives them that color and that look. And that's where you get all the nooks and crannies. And then what's going to happen is you're just simply going to take a piece of your Canadian bacon, and you're going to place it right on top. And they're usually roughly the same size, kind of. And then we're going to check on our egg. Okay. Poached egg looks really nice. You can see that it's got some, it's solid there where the whites are. You can see that the yolk is still wiggly jiggly. So we're going to go with it. Now what I like to do is just kind of put the spoon over top of a clean towel just to get some of the water off. And then you should be able to just roll it right onto your muffin. And then the last step is to go back to your hollandaise that you made. And this is why you want to make sure you make your hollandaise ahead of time. And you're going to take it and give it a little stir. Okay, really nice consistency. You can see that it's in the mug and everything. And then all you want to do is just gently put your hollandaise just right over top of the egg and just let it flow. And you'll get that really nice creaminess to it. And if you wanted to finish it, if you had chives, that's traditional. You could put a little bit more of the cayenne pepper on if you want, just to give it a little color. Like I said, if you had some chives, you could put that on as well. And that's how you make the classic Eggs Benny. Now, you could change it up. If you don't like the egg being runny as the poached egg is supposed to be, go ahead and cook it for longer. If you don't like the Canadian bacon and you want to use regular bacon or something like that, whatever. You know, you can mix it up, use different meats, different things, and have your own Eggs Benny. You can even not even use a muffin, use bread or something like that. But this is the classic Eggs Benny, and it's a dish that really does elevate your skill because you have to be gentle with the poached egg. You have to be gentle with making the hollandaise to get it creamy and not break, and then have all that ready to put it together. So there you go. Thank you for cooking with me today, and I can't wait to cook with you real soon right here in Mr. Polk's kitchen.